Our lives are shaped by the daily habits we form, and not all of these habits help us move forward. In fact, many bad habits unintentionally pull us down and reduce the quality of our lives. But did you know that by changing these habits, you can change your entire life? In this video, we will explore the bad habits that need to be eliminated immediately to enhance the quality of life, helping you live more freely, happily, and successfully every day. Hello everyone, welcome to the Stoic Lessons channel. This is where we explore profound life philosophies and valuable lessons for self-improvement. Through these videos, you will find inspiring stories, essential skills to face challenges, and mindsets that help you live a meaningful life. In this video, we will dive into the bad habits to eliminate to improve the quality of life. Let's begin this journey of self-discovery and make positive changes in our lives. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the latest insights. Now, let's get started. We all have habits, but not all of them bring long-term benefits. Some habits we have formed throughout our lives can become barriers to personal growth and the quality of life. One powerful method to improve ourselves is to look at these habits through the lens of Stoic philosophy, an ancient Greek school of thought, and apply its principles to our daily lives. Stoicism is not just a philosophy of life, it is a powerful tool that helps people overcome hardships, face challenges calmly, and maintain self-control. It helps us build resilience and also allows us to identify and eliminate the bad habits that hinder our growth and happiness. Each habit will be analyzed to clarify why it hinders our growth and happiness, and we will also explore ways to eliminate them and replace them with actions that benefit personal development. Habit of relying on others' opinions. One of the first bad habits many people face is being too dependent on the opinions of others. We are easily influenced by what others think of us and tend to live according to the standards and expectations set by society, family, or friends. This leads to living not for ourselves, but to please others. In Stoic philosophy, Epictetus emphasized, we cannot control what others do, but we can control how we react to them. When we focus too much on what others think of us, we not only lose our freedom but also diminish our ability to make decisions for ourselves. To break this habit, we need to learn to respect ourselves and make decisions based on our personal values and beliefs rather than trying to meet others' expectations. Fear and hesitation. Fear is one of the strongest emotions that can hold us back. Our ability to make decisions is hindered by unnecessary fears about what might happen in the future. The habit of living in hesitation, doubt, and fear only leads us into a state of stagnation, where we are reluctant to take risks or challenge ourselves. In Stoic thought, Seneca taught, it is not fear, but avoiding fear that makes us weak. In fact, challenges and fears are opportunities for growth. By learning to face and overcome them, we not only develop confidence but also learn how to be resilient and brave in facing life's challenges. Working hastily and without a plan. Another bad habit many people fall into is working hastily and without a clear plan. We often tend to act impulsively, following our emotions in the moment, instead of taking the time to plan and think carefully before making decisions. Stoicism encourages us to live purposefully and act with intention. Marcus Aurelius, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, said, "Do not let your life pass like a river without a goal, but direct each day with clear objectives." To break this habit, we need to learn to think before we act, plan things carefully, and not let our emotions dictate important decisions. Overemphasis on materialism and external circumstances. Today, we live in a world full of material temptations. Success is often measured by external possessions such as money, cars, houses, or expensive brand name items. However, focusing too much on material things can lead to an empty life, lacking fulfillment, as external things cannot bring lasting joy. Stoic philosophy values simplicity and finding happiness in modesty. Epictetus taught, it is not important to have the things you want, but to learn to want the things you have. Instead of chasing material values, we should seek satisfaction from within, through personal growth, spiritual values, and meaningful relationships with those around us. Not accepting what cannot be changed. A bad habit that many people fall into is not being able to accept what cannot be changed in life. We often become frustrated or suffer because of situations we cannot control, such as the weather, the actions of others, or unexpected events. Stoic philosophy teaches, the only thing we can control is ourselves and how we respond to the world around us. Learning to accept what cannot be changed not only saves us energy but also helps reduce stress and suffering. When we learn to live with calmness and acceptance, we feel freer in our lives. Laziness and lack of discipline. Laziness and lack of discipline are bad habits that easily lead to failure in life. We easily get caught up in leisure, neglecting important work or postponing necessary tasks. This habit not only prevents us from achieving our goals but also leaves us feeling unsatisfied and unhappy. Stoicism encourages us to live with discipline and act persistently. Marcus Aurelius said, "Do not do what is easy, do what is right." To break the habit of laziness, we need to create strict discipline for ourselves, plan our tasks, and pursue our goals with patience and determination. Comparing ourselves to others. A bad habit many people have is comparing themselves to others. We often look at others' success and feel insecure or inferior. This habit not only makes us feel self-doubt but also robs us of self-confidence and self-respect. In Stoic thought, Seneca taught, "Do not compare yourself to others, compare yourself to the person you were yesterday." Instead of measuring our worth by the success of others, we should focus on our personal development and the progress we've made. Live by your own goals and do not let comparisons undermine your belief in yourself. Negative emotions and self-destruction. One of the most harmful bad habits affecting the quality of life is nurturing negative emotions and self-destructive thoughts. Many people tend to hold on to feelings of anger, resentment, hatred, or sadness without finding ways to resolve them. These emotions not only harm our mental health but also affect our relationships and overall well-being. Stoic philosophy encourages us to learn to control our emotions and not let them dictate our actions. Marcus Aurelius said, "Remember that you can change how you react to any situation, but you cannot change what happens around you." Once we learn to let go of negative emotions and not allow them to control our lives, we will feel much lighter and freer. To break this habit, the first step is to recognize when negative emotions are controlling us. Instead of holding on to these feelings, learn to accept them, view them objectively, and act in a way that helps release them healthily. Focus on shifting your attention from negative thoughts to positive and constructive actions. Trying to do everything on your own. Trying to do everything on your own is a habit that many people may not realize, but it actually causes a lot of harm in life. We may feel that we have to complete everything by ourselves to prove our abilities or because of the fear of rejection when asking for help. However, this habit can lead to feelings of loneliness, stress, and a lack of support when facing difficulties. In Stoic philosophy, the philosopher Epictetus emphasized, support and community are essential factors in a complete life. One of the values of Stoic philosophy is understanding that humans are not isolated individuals but part of a larger community. When we learn to collaborate, share burdens, and seek help when needed, we not only reduce stress but also develop strong relationships and effective cooperation. To break this habit, we need to realize that there is nothing wrong with seeking help. The important thing is to learn how to communicate, share, and coordinate with others to achieve common goals. This not only helps lighten the load but also opens up opportunities to learn and grow from connections with those around us. Being too rational and lacking emotion. Although Stoic philosophy encourages the cultivation of reason and emotional self-control, sometimes being too rational and lacking emotion can become a bad habit. When we place too much emphasis on reason and suppress emotions, we may become lacking in empathy and have difficulty connecting with others. Emotions play a crucial role in building relationships and helping us recognize the spiritual values in life. Stoic philosophy does not ask us to ignore emotions but to learn how to understand and control them wisely. While reason helps us make sound decisions, emotions help us connect and create meaningful relationships. Seneca said, "There is nothing wrong with expressing emotions, but the important thing is to understand and control them." By learning how to maintain a balance between reason and emotion, we can create a more harmonious and fulfilling life. Complaining and wasting time. Complaining is a bad habit that can quickly diminish the quality of our lives. Complaining about work, life, others, or situations we cannot control only wastes time and energy. Instead of trying to change the situation or accepting it, we get stuck in negative thoughts and make no progress. Stoicism encourages us to accept reality and find ways to take action instead of sitting around complaining. Epictetus said, "We cannot control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond." Rather than continuing to complain, find ways to improve the situation with concrete actions, immediately. Learning how to abandon the habit of complaining and shift to practical action will help us improve the quality of life and feel freer. Lack of patience and desire for quick results. Today, with the development of technology and modern lifestyles, we often want everything instantly. The habit of impatience and desire for quick results can lead us to easily give up on long-term goals or feel disappointed when things do not unfold as expected. Stoic philosophy teaches that patience is an important virtue. Everything has its time. To break this habit, we need to learn that all great achievements require time and patience. Instead of seeking instant gratification, focus on working hard and persistently pursuing long-term goals. Over-focusing on others and their opinions. Another common bad habit is being dependent on the opinions and judgments of others. We often seek recognition and approval from those around us to feel valued. This can create a vicious cycle, where we live for others instead of living for ourselves. Stoic philosophy advises us to find our value within ourselves, rather than relying on external recognition. Seneca said, "We are what we think, not what others think of us." When we no longer depend on others' opinions to feel valued, we will feel freer and more confident in our decisions. To break this habit, it is important to develop strong self-awareness and know your true worth without needing validation from others. Focus on developing inner qualities, enhancing intellect, perseverance, and kindness, and allow these values to guide your life. Not facing challenges. A bad habit that many people encounter is avoiding challenges and difficulties. When faced with tough situations, instead of confronting them and finding a solution, many people choose to avoid or wait for the situation to pass on its own. However, this only makes the problem more serious and creates a sense of helplessness. Stoicism teaches that challenges are opportunities for growth and self-improvement. Marcus Aurelius said, "Every challenge is an opportunity for development." To abandon the habit of avoiding challenges, we need to change the way we view difficulties. Instead of seeing them as negative, we should view them as an opportunity to learn, improve, and progress. One effective way to face challenges is to change our attitude toward hardship. Don't let fear control us. Instead, approach each challenge with determination and a willingness to learn from every situation. When we begin to confront challenges proactively, we will feel stronger and more confident in our abilities. Laziness and lack of discipline. Laziness and lack of discipline are bad habits that many people face in life, especially when we don't have clear goals or feel unmotivated. Lack of discipline can lead to procrastination, not completing tasks, or not pursuing long-term goals. This creates frustration and dissatisfaction with oneself. Stoic philosophy encourages discipline and self-control to achieve self-improvement. Epictetus said, "We cannot change our circumstances, but we can change ourselves to face them." A disciplined life will help us not only achieve our goals but also maintain stability and sustainable development. To abandon laziness and lack of discipline, we need to establish positive habits and persistently implement them. Set clear goals, divide tasks logically, and commit to completing them step by step. Discipline helps us maintain motivation and keep moving forward, regardless of difficulties and challenges. Procrastination and delay. Procrastination and delay are some of the most common and hardest bad habits to break. Many people procrastinate on important tasks because of fear of failure, lack of confidence, or simply not wanting to face the stress. However, procrastination only increases anxiety and prolongs the time we have to deal with the tasks at hand. Stoicism teaches that action is the most important thing, and procrastination only causes us to lose opportunities and valuable time. Seneca once said, "Do what you need to do now, don't let tomorrow become a burden." One way to overcome procrastination is to start immediately with a small step and not wait for everything to be perfect before starting. To break this habit, plan and break tasks into small, manageable steps. Once you begin, you'll find that completing these tasks is much easier than putting them off. Forgetting personal goals and ideals. A bad habit often seen is forgetting personal goals and ideals. When we lack clear goals or fail to live according to our core values, we can easily be drawn into lifestyles that are meaningless or fail to bring lasting happiness. Stoicism advises us to live according to the ideals and principles we have chosen. Marcus Aurelius said, "Life is what you make of it." To live a meaningful life, we need to clearly define our goals and persistently pursue them, no matter the challenges and temptations around us. Take time to reflect on what you truly want to achieve and live according to those principles every day. Overdependence on emotions. One bad habit to break in order to improve quality of life is overdependence on emotions. Our emotions can sometimes lead us to make wrong decisions, from hasty actions to thoughtless words. When we live too dependent on emotions, we easily lose control and lose our clarity in important situations. Stoic philosophy helps us understand that we cannot control all external situations, but we can control how we react to them. Epictetus once said, "It is not events that make you miserable, but how you react to those events." This shows that instead of letting emotions dominate, we should learn to maintain calmness and clarity in our thoughts, especially in stressful situations. To break this habit of emotional dependence, practice responding slowly and thinking before acting. When you learn to separate emotions from decision-making, you will become more steadfast and less influenced by the circumstances around you. Spending too much time on social media. Social media has become an integral part of modern life, but it is also a source of many bad habits. Spending too much time on social media can lead to wasted time, lack of focus, and even feelings of inferiority from comparing ourselves to others. It also reduces our ability to connect deeply with others and even with ourselves. Stoicism teaches that life is truly worth living when we focus on what is most important, rather than being swept away by external influences, such as society's judgment or irrelevant trends. Marcus Aurelius emphasized, "Do not let distractions take away your precious moments in life." Instead of spending too much time on unnecessary things, allocate time for things that truly bring value, such as learning, personal development, and maintaining real relationships. To break this habit, set clear rules for using social media, such as only spending a certain amount of time each day on social platforms or turning off notifications to avoid distractions. Remember, every moment of life is precious, and how you use your time will determine the quality of your life. Overconfidence and lack of ambition. Another bad habit that many people fall into is overconfidence and lack of ambition. When we achieve certain successes, we may feel satisfied and no longer desire to go further. This can lead us to stagnate and stop developing. Stoic philosophy, while not advocating for perfectionism, encourages humility and the continuous pursuit of self-improvement. Epictetus said, "We should never be content with what we've achieved, for human growth is an ongoing process." Those who live by this philosophy always look for ways to improve themselves, not just materially but also spiritually and intellectually. They understand that complacency can make them lazy and halt their progress in the journey of self-improvement. To abandon this habit, recognize that success is only a small part of life. Always maintain a greater ambition, seek continuous development in all areas of life. Set new goals, continue to learn, and never stop striving for progress. Bad habits that damage your confidence and self-esteem. The habit of comparing yourself to others. One of the most damaging habits to our self-confidence and self-esteem is comparing ourselves to others. When we compare ourselves to those who are more successful, wealthier, or more famous, we often feel insecure and dissatisfied with who we are. This comparison does not bring any benefit, and it makes us lose sight of our own unique value. Stoic philosophy advises us not to compare ourselves with others but to focus on improving ourselves and achieving our own goals. Seneca said, "We should not seek perfection in others, but seek to perfect ourselves." When we stop comparing ourselves to others, we realize that each person has their own path, and the important thing is to live true to ourselves. To break this habit, you need to learn to evaluate yourself based on your own criteria, rather than relying on other success. Take pride in the progress you've made, and always remember that everyone has a different journey. The habit of avoiding important decisions. Another bad habit that many people have is avoiding important decisions in life. Often, we feel fear or anxiety about big decisions, or we may not feel confident enough to face the possible consequences. However, when we continuously avoid making decisions, we get stuck in uncertainty, never moving forward, and ultimately miss the opportunities to change and grow. Stoic philosophy teaches us that decisions are an essential part of life. Although the outcome may not always be what we expect, we can always learn from it and continue to move forward. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Life is a series of decisions we make. Do not let trivial decisions control what you can achieve." When faced with a difficult decision, instead of avoiding it, we should accept that making decisions is necessary and is an opportunity for us to strengthen our character and intellect. To break this habit, you need to learn how to face important decisions proactively and confidently. Take small steps to address the anxiety or fear, such as breaking down large problems into more manageable parts, or seeking support from those with experience. You will realize that when you begin making decisions, things will become clearer and easier. The habit of not prioritizing time. A bad habit that many people are unaware of is the inability to prioritize time effectively. Instead of focusing on important tasks, they often spend time on unnecessary or less important activities. This not only reduces productivity but also creates a feeling of being out of control and lacking a clear goal in life. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of living with discipline and prioritizing the things that truly matter. Epictetus taught, "We cannot do everything, so do the most important things first." Our time is limited, and how we use it will determine the quality of our lives. When we learn to prioritize our tasks, we not only save time but also feel more accomplished with what we do. To break this habit, you need to learn to organize your work and life more effectively. This may involve planning your day or week, identifying the most important tasks, and focusing on completing them before working on less important tasks. In this way, you will feel less stressed and be able to enjoy the results you achieve. The habit of only listening to what you want to hear. A bad habit many people face is only listening to what they want to hear, instead of taking in all opinions objectively and comprehensively. This is particularly evident in situations where we receive feedback from others. If the feedback doesn't please us or is uncomfortable, we may choose to ignore it and only listen to what we want to believe. This habit prevents us from developing and improving ourselves properly. Stoic philosophy encourages us to accept all information openly and not to avoid the truths we don't like. Seneca said, "A wise person is not afraid of the truth, no matter how difficult it may be to hear." When we can receive feedback objectively and learn from it, we grow and mature. Remember, every piece of feedback is an opportunity for self-improvement. To break this habit, you need to practice openness and self-reflection fairly. Listening is not just about receiving information but also about reflecting on yourself to identify areas for improvement. Always remember that growth doesn't come from hearing what you want to hear, but from facing what you haven't done well and making efforts to fix it. Conclusion. Life is an ongoing journey of self-improvement. The bad habits we fall into are not permanent, they are challenges we can overcome with awareness and continuous effort. Stoic philosophy teaches us that instead of running away or blaming circumstances, we can control our thoughts and actions, thus creating a meaningful and high-quality life. Breaking bad habits like procrastination, living in the past, or lacking discipline is not an easy process, but it is the first step toward becoming a better version of ourselves. Remember, change only truly matters when we practice it consistently and persistently. Every good habit we build today will lay a strong foundation for a promising future. We cannot change everything overnight, but if we persist and have a plan, small steps will lead to significant changes. Face the challenges, let go of bad habits, and train yourself to become the best version of yourself. By doing so, not only will we enhance the quality of our lives, but we will also become an inspiration to those around us. So, together we have explored a new piece of knowledge today. I hope you feel more motivated to continue growing and moving closer to your goals. Never stop learning and always stay persistent on the path of personal development. If you found this video useful and interesting, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any future videos. Also, please leave your comments below so we can interact and connect more. This is where we will continue to discover more tips to help you become the best version of yourself. Thank you for always being with us. Wishing you success and happiness on your journey.